Death be not proud.
What's up, you rioting, BLM loving bundles of sticks? Holy Diver here, and I'm going to ask you a serious question. Do you have what it takes to create an army? Do you have what it takes to see a project through to the end? Holy Diver here, and I painted an army once, yet again. And this time it's my ECW army, and I really immensely enjoyed painting this army. I've still got some loose ends. Sniper stands, they don't really count, they're just single individuals on 25 by 50, yeah, 25 by 50 bases, and probably not going to see those for a while. I got a lot to learn about the rule set and everything, but as for things that I'm missing, just another commander, which I'm going to have coming on its way very soon. So I couldn't wait to show this army to you, so let's just get right into it. So before I get the showcase on the road, I just wanted to do that. Look at that line of guys. That is 6 feet of solid ECW right there. 6 feet. 6 feet. So I just wanted to show that aspect of it off really quickly here. That is a lot of troops. A lot of guys. So this is just the little showcase number 1 right now. So I'm going to reconfigure and we'll be back. So let's just start right here with the cannons. Each cannon has 3 crews, and if you look at this, oh look, it's the Empire Great Cannon that we all know so well. These were sculpted by the Perrys. That's all you need to know, and they spared no expense on the details. They did a really good job. My cannons are painted in the Samuel Jones colors and everything. I really like the crew and the sculpts. Really heavy stuff there. And then you come down to your first regiment of foot, 40 guys, and that's what it looks like. It goes a unit of muskets, unit of pikes, a unit of muskets. And let's just... Didn't do too detailed of a job on these guys. Detailed enough that you could see that they've got their collars and that they're Puritans and everything. And it's just I just followed the instructions on the manual and everything. I didn't do anything that special. Some of them have brown hats, some of them have black hats, a lot of grays. All of them have the shadow gray pants. So that's one color that I used a lot of in this army. But you go over here, you got the last unit I painted, which is my Firelock Storming Party. All of these guys are wearing caps, and all of these guys have firelocks and swords, and they're at the double on the movement there. So I don't know how many of these I might need, so I don't want to paint too much more. But that was I just finished those guys all on Sunday, and then we got another unit of Samuel Jones, unit of 12 muskets, unit of 16 pikes, unit of 12 muskets. There is a little bit of variation here on this regiment. As you can see, some of those guys have been converted up. This guy in back right here with his arm, that's actually an arm from a bolt action kit. So he's got his sleeve up, he's getting ready. And God, you know, I really enjoyed this project thoroughly enjoyed this project. I loved every aspect of it. The drummers, I like the time frame. I think it's kind of funny and ironic that I'm painting up a Forest for Parliament, ECW, and VK Vonketteringham has just finished a bunch of ACW figures for American Civil War. So here I am in America playing English Civil War, and he's playing American Civil War. So I might have to remedy that situation. Over here, we got the first unit I did. As you can see, I kind of messed up with the placement of the muskets and everything up front. Everybody should be angled to the right or to the left. But these guys are done in the Earl of Manchester colors and everything. And these will work for the new model army as well. But Cromwell, what a guy, you know. I mean, the man who killed a king. Put together an army, trained a group of hand-picked men, and won the clash at Nesby, which really turned the tide of the war. And then later on, he dissolved the rump And they even offered him a crown. He refused the crown. He did take the ceremony, but he did not become King of England. And, you know, so it takes a very rare breed of guy to gain all that power and then just kind of give it up. George Washington would do the same. And the blueprint for the American Revolution lies in the English Civil War, because after that, America would really take off as a colony. A lot more Puritans would come to America. I don't know if they were forced to come. I'd have to look into that. I'm sure some of them were forced to come here and didn't have a choice. But this is all the infantry. And really, I just couldn't be happier with the way they turned out. And I thoroughly enjoyed painting these guys. But I enjoyed painting the cavalry on the other side. Let's go to the other side. So I think this is the first regiment of cavalry that I got. I do have some flags. I tried to get a couple St. George flags scaled down. I had hideous results cutting one of the flags that I got out of the Agincourt kit. And I don't want to waste the flag of St. George. So I'm okay not having flags on my cavalry, but this is the first unit I did. You can kind of see where I messed up a little bit on the buff coats and everything. I gave them red sleeves. I was modeling that after Witchfinder General, which is a movie that takes place during the English Civil War. Over here you've got more cavalry. These guys, basically the Lobster Regiment. I think Lobster comes from the type of helmet that they wore, and it was called the Lobster something. I'll have to look it up. The best way to do that is Google Oliver Cromwell's helmet, and that's the kind of helmet they were. Now, yes, this is Cuirassier, and Parliament did have these guys. They just didn't have a lot of them. This armor would cost a great deal of money, and money was something that, you know, unless you were a noble, or a gentleman's son, you weren't going to have a suit of armor this good. As a matter of fact, there's a good little story about, like, when you go to an armorer, he'd make a suit of armor for you, and then the armorer had have to proof it. He would have to put the armor on, and then you'd shoot him point blank with the pistol, and there'd be a dent in the center of the army about where the heart is, where you get shot, and then you get knocked on your ass and everything, and that's called proofing the armor. Over here we got my Parliament Commander. I have one more of the same model showing up, and so that's why I'm doing this showcase now, because I'm just going to render the buff coat a different color. It's going to be opposite. The buff coat's going to be brown, and his gloves are going to be snakebite leather. So this is also the time frame when men started to blacken their leather, so you would have a lot of that. And over here we got the last unit of Parliament cavalry. So this is an entire battalion or division by itself. So every army I do, every historical army I usually do to 2 divisions strong. So if they were infantry, that would be anywhere from 80 to 120 guys. But yeah, there's 48 cavalry. Those are units of 12, and they got a stamina of 4. So it's going to be a bloodbath, whatever you do. And they have an interesting model right here. I really like this guy in this buff coat and everything with a feather in his hat. So yeah, I just immensely enjoyed this project, and I am really stoked to see it in its first game. I can't wait. So that's basically it. We'll go and take a look at the backs of some of these cannon guys, you know, which is actually pretty cool. And you can see the rear of the army. This is basically the way you're going to be looking at it most of the time, so you'll have plenty of time to do that. But yeah, I could not be happier with the results on this, and it's just something. The reason why it got done so quickly. I enjoyed painting it, and they were very, very easy to paint. So if you're looking for something you want to do and have 2 giant armies, have at it, man.
Away with this bauble!
And there you have it, Internet, an ECW army. There are a lot of armies that I have got to showcase. I've painted my dwarfs this summer. I've repainted my Empire and got them ready, and I've got this army that I just showcased to you. So, you know, I've been a busy little bee. Most of the time, you know, you have to ask yourself, what did you do on lockdown? Did you sit on your ass and watch Tiger King? I bet you did. Did you sit on your ass and collect more welfare? I bet you did. You didn't do jack shit or fuck all at your hobby table. You didn't work. You have been bad. Very, 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 very bad. But I've been good. I've been good, and I've earned my treat. And that treat is my ECW army. And in any case, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed painting the army. And as you know, YouTube has many features you can use to interact with me. You can like the video, dislike the video, comment, or subscribe. But until I see you again, keep painting, keep fighting, keep playing, and stay metal, my friends.
On. I friggin' sold out. It's better to burn out than to fade away.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.